So what can buyers and sellers expect in the real estate market in 2023? Well, I'm going to go over some of the challenges that we had in 2022 that we can say goodbye to in the next year, and go over some new challenges that we may see. I'm also going to give my prediction on where the market is right now and where we may be heading throughout the year. So let's get after it right now. And I'm Mike Gallagher. Welcome to the Living in Utah channel. When I'm not making videos, I also help people buy or sell real estate right here in the local area. So if I can be of any assistance, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. We got your back when moving to the U state. So today we're talking about the challenges that I feel will go away in 2023 and the new challenges that we may face this year. After all, 2022 was a roller coaster market. Sometimes the market was rewarding, sometimes exhausting, sometimes stressful, and everything in between. But at the end of the year, I'm so grateful to have worked with wonderful buyers and sellers. And I'm now focused on 2023, and there's one word that keeps coming up every time I talk about real estate, and that word is balance, a balanced market, and that's good news. There's always new challenges that we have to solve in this business. And I enjoy the changing markets and the challenges that are presented every year. To be honest, the last couple years has produced some extreme challenges and left many buyers unable to find a home for their family. So now that the word balance is coming back into the conversation, hopefully we can navigate some new challenges in 2023. And I have a few items that I hope we do not see in the upcoming year. And first on my list, appraisal gaps. In many cases, appraisals were coming in under contract price, mostly due to the competition that was out there. Sellers then expected the buyers to pay the difference between the appraised value and the contract price. Let me give you an example. Let's say the home went under contract for $550,000, but the appraisal came in at $500,000. Well, the buyer had to pay the difference, and in this case, that was $50,000. So this amount is referred to as the appraisal gap. In the second half of 2022, I have not seen as many gaps between the contract price and the appraisal price. So in 2023, I hope buyers don't have to pay more than what the home appraises for. When this was happening, we were not talking about small numbers of $500, $1,000. It was big numbers like $10,000, $25,000, $50,000, $100,000. Yes, I saw some gaps of $100K. Coming in number 2 on my list, low inventory. Hopefully the low inventory issue is out the door, gone. Currently we're sitting at approximately 10,000 properties for sale. It's about an average number for the state of Utah. I did see this number drop below 2,000 properties, not just once, a few times. And that includes all property types, single family homes, townhomes, condos, all price ranges, 200,000, 300,000, multi-million dollar homes, into that 2,000 property range. Many times people came into town on the weekend, wanted to look at some homes, call me on the phone, hey, can we look at some homes, Mike? Sorry, there's no homes available. Even homes that hit the market on, say, Thursday or Friday. I schedule a showing for that Saturday. Saturday would roll around and I would get a phone call saying, no more showings, the home is under contract. The home sold in 24 hours. So today we have inventory. There are homes to view. And as I look at the history, we are at probably an average amount of inventory. We're not sitting on any excess inventory. So if you're a buyer, you actually have homes that you can go see. Also, those homes that are overpriced, in terrible condition, not insurable, etc., you can now pass on them. Go to the next home. Coming in number 3 on my list, we can say goodbye to waiving our inspections or having a short inspection period. 2022 and 2021, sometimes, many times, in order to get a deal done, you had to waive your inspection option. Now, you could still have had a home inspector come in, but if you waived your right and there was something that you didn't like about the home, it had previous meth use or had a cracked foundation, and you decided to walk away from the home, most of the time you lost your earnest money. We also saw some short inspection periods. You called out your home inspector, Maybe they recommended that you bring out a roofing inspector because they weren't too sure on the condition of the roof or if there was some leaks. Sometimes you ran out of time to call someone else out. So you just had to take the home how it was. I remember an instance where I was looking at a home. There were many agents looking at this particular home. It was in a great price point. And I noticed this deck was leaning. This other agent was telling somebody that all they needed to do was to pull the deck straight, screw it to the wall. At the same time, I'm looking at a house that's leaning. As I get closer to the house, I could see the bricks, the mortar in the bricks just cracking all the way to the top. Yes, that home was separating apart, but somebody bought that home. We get to say hello to the buyer requested repairs in 2023. I'm not going to dig deep into the as-is situation, but over the last couple of years, some buyers purchased homes as is with no repairs or no credits. We now get to bring back that repair request form. It's been sitting at the bottom of everybody's desk. When you ask a seller to make certain repair items, it then becomes a negotiation. And during the negotiation, the seller and buyer will negotiate to perform the repairs or maybe issue a credit that would lower the purchase price or maybe repair some items and not repair other items. It's all in the negotiation process. But the buyer and seller will both have the option to pull out of the contract if no resolution can be made. And hopefully we are now done with the as-is homes. Coming in number 5 on my list, hopefully we are going to say goodbye to doubling the mortgage rate. Yes, earlier in 2022, we had 3% loans. In November, it went as high as 7%, more than doubled. And as you know, I'm not one that wants to go out on a limb and project what the mortgage rates will be through 2023, but I don't see rates doubling this year. If they did double, we would be seeing 14% interest rates. And that's just crazy. And as we back up a moment and talk about the doubling of interest rates again, that was the fastest increase that we have ever seen in mortgage rates. And most of the experts are predicting that we're going to have more normal fluctuations in interest rates this year. Maybe like 6, 6.5, 7, 7.25, not this drastic doubling. I also do believe that the days of the super low interest rates are gone for now. And coming in at number 6 on my list, welcome to creative financing in 2023. Over the last couple months, I have taken a lot of calls from lenders explaining to me all sorts of different financing options to lower those rates. Some are permanent, but some are temporary. Things like 3-2-1 buy downs, 2-1 buy downs, first-time homebuyer programs, and many more. And go back a moment. When we were seeing the interest rates double, it was the fastest increase ever for mortgage rates. And most of the experts are predicting more of a normal fluctuation in interest rates this year. Maybe 6, 6.5, 7.5, 6.75, slight variations. And I also do believe that the days of the super low interest rates are gone for now. We also have builders contributing to lower your interest rates also. There's a whole bunch of choices, and if you're going to be a buyer in 2023, make sure you have a great lender to show you all the options. They're changing all the time. It's hard to keep up with it all. If you need a recommendation for a lender, I can provide you one. Coming in at number 7 on my list, we can say goodbye to multiple offers. This one is probably obvious. Over the last couple of years, some of the crazy things we had to do to get a seller to accept your offer was just wild. Now, don't get too excited. I still do see some multiple offers. I recently saw a home that went into a multiple offer situation. So if it's a home that has been priced right, is in a great location, great condition, great school district, it will demand a lot of attention. And to my VA buyers out there, it has been a tough couple of years. There were some sellers who wouldn't even look at a VA offer. No, if it wasn't cash or a conventional loan, they were not interested. I've said many times on my channel that the VA loan needs to be looked at. We need some legislation. There needs to be major changes. But for now, VA loans are back in business. So where is the market headed? As with everyone else, I can't predict the future. Just a couple years ago, did anyone predict that a virus would hit our country and pretty much shut everything down? I've never seen anything like that in my lifetime. Well, the experts are predicting a balanced market. Let's say you're a seller and you're looking for higher prices, up, up, up. May not happen in 2023.